You ready for an adventure?
We're previewing the new shows and movies for April, including a reimagined Disney classic.
Peter Pan?
Were you expecting someone else?
Plus,
one day, the whole world will know me.
Kelvin Harrison Jr. tells us about his critically acclaimed new movie, Chevalier, and why he was wearing a bathrobe for our interview.
I think this bathrobe is pretty sexy, if I do say so myself.
Also, Katherine Hahn on her emotional new series, Tiny Beautiful Things. NatGeo uncovers secrets of the elephants, and Jeremy Renner acting like a real-life superhero. On the Red Carpet starts right now.
Hello and welcome to our April preview edition of On the Red Carpet. Fans of Disney's beloved animated classic Peter Pan are in for a new swashbuckling adventure to Neverland. The reimagined Peter Pan and Wendy invites audiences to experience the timeless journey like never before.
How did you come to Neverland?
The magical adventure of Peter Pan and Wendy introduces a young girl named Wendy Darling who is afraid to leave her childhood home behind.
For me, the moment I just got to close my eyes and open them as Wendy, it just came, it was there, and it was a really magical experience.
With visuals paying homage to the 1953 Disney original film, this tale follows Peter Pan, a boy who refuses to grow up, and his arch enemy, Captain Hook.
Wendy, Moira, Angela, darling.
It's a character that everyone has an immediate reaction to, an experience of, and I knew that from the text already that we were going to go into uncharted waters with him. There are details of his backstory that add great flesh.
People will recognize the characters that they've seen for so many years, but these characters are so much more developed with their backstories, especially in their motivations.
We wanted to treat it seriously. We wanted to take it seriously, but we also want to have a lot of fun with it. And the wonderful thing about a story like this is those two things can exist hand in hand.
Sprinkling some pixie dust is Yara Shahidi, the first Black Tinkerbell, and Alyssa Wapanatuck is honored to represent her indigenous heritage as Tiger Lily.
It's a huge thing, not only for me, but it's huge for my community. I did everything I could to make sure that Tiger Lily gets everything that she deserves.
Peter Pan and Wendy premieres April 28th on Disney+. Also on Disney+, Hawkeye star Jeremy Renner is acting like a real-life superhero, helping people all over the world in his new series, Rennervations.
All right, here we go.
Every build has a meaningful purpose in Jeremy Renner's new series, Rennervations.
I decided to reimagine, repurpose, and renovate these vehicles. And I wanted to do it for communities and help kids in need all over the world.
The series was filmed before his snowplow accident earlier this year, and the actor remains excited about Rennervations. On the day of the trailer's release, Renner sent out a message via Instagram promoting the series and a hopeful message about his recovery, saying, "I'm coming back very soon."
I hope this demonstrates how easy it is to make a giant difference in other people's lives.
Jeremy also enlisted some of his A-list friends to help on these Rennervations.
There's a lot of concern on the Avengers family chat, like, what is Renner doing? He's going a little off the rails.
Rennervations premieres April 12th on Disney+.
I'm very excited. I feel like it's like the best of everything you like about the show. I think we try to do like the best of this season.
Dave Bird is giving fans what they want in Season 3 of Dave. When we last saw Dave, aka Lil Dicky, he and his best friend Gaeta mended fences with an epic performance. In Season 3, they're taking their show on the road.
Boom, 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 pop, pop.
Looking for love.
We're back to normal. We're back on tour. We've been on tour in reality so many times, and we have so much fun together. We're like Batman and Robin out there.
We going hard.
Yeah.
And they'll have plenty of guest stars showing up along the way.
Usher, Rick Ross, Don Cheadle, Demi Lovato, Machine Gun Kelly, Megan Fox, Killer Mike, Travis Barker, And that's really honestly scratching the surface, and the other people that I haven't mentioned, like, if I did, like, the screen would blow up, like your computer screen would, like, burst.
Let's not blow anything up before Season 3 of Dave premieres on FXX April 5th. With Reese Witherspoon and Laura Dern as executive producers and starring Katherine Hahn, Hulu's Tiny Beautiful Things is hoping to deliver big results.
My life is a mess. It's about the reality of the reality, letting the reality be the reality.
Reality for Claire, Katherine Hahn's character in Tiny Beautiful Things, is complicated. She's a beloved advice columnist with her own issues, a rocky marriage, and a rebellious daughter top of the list. Getting to the bottom of what went wrong means revisiting the past, including the death of her mother.
Don't take your mom for granted. She won't be here forever.
It was something like grief. It's just always there. Like, we had been taught so about the 5 stages, and, you know, when someone is, at least I had, and actually now the older I get, you realize it's a circle, that it's always there with you at all times. Danny blasted porn on the Bluetooth speakers.
Danny does, in a sense, understand what Claire is going from, as much as anybody else can, because, like, I mean, I think he is there with her, but I also think that's part of where the disconnect comes from, because while, you know, they are there together, and he does understand, he feels like he's not being asked to be part of her solution.
Based on the best-selling book of the same name, Tiny Beautiful Things now gets the small screen treatment, coming to Hulu as an 8-part limited series on April 7th. Also on Hulu, the new comedy thriller Am I Being Unreasonable? The 6-part series from the BBC is already a big hit in the UK, and it's making its US debut.
Sorry.
The show follows Nick, a lonely, depressed mom who feels trapped in a joyless marriage until a new mom, Jen, shows up. They become fast friends, but soon, everything starts to unravel when Nick begins to suspect that her new BFF isn't who she claims to be. It comes to Hulu on April 11th. Meanwhile, on Freeform, Season 2 of the breakout comedy Single Drunk Female premieres Wednesday, April 12th, with the full season available to stream the next day on Hulu. And before we get to April, we still have the season finale of The Bachelor to enjoy here on ABC. We'll see who receives Zach's final rose this Monday, March 27th.
Up next,
It's not just noise. It has meaning.
a NatGeo Earth Day event, Secrets of the Elephants. Plus, Kelvin Harrison Jr. plays a real-life sword-fighting, violin-playing revolutionary in Chevalier.
And of course, the music will be spectacular.
And a first look at the new docuseries, Dear Mama, about hip-hop legend Tupac Shakur and his mother. Watch interviews with your favorite stars anytime on our On the Red Carpet YouTube channel or your other favorite social sites.
Disney Planet Possible is a Walt Disney Company initiative to build a more sustainable future, focusing on action and optimism. One of the goals is to connect people with the beauty of nature, and a great example is a new NatGeo series, Secrets of the Elephants, premiering just in time for Earth Day.
It's not just noise. It has meaning.
Filmed by Academy Award-winning filmmaker and environmentalist James Cameron, National Geographic presents Secrets of the Elephants, a 4-part series exploring the extraordinary lives of these majestic animals. Narrated by Natalie Portman, National Geographic's Secrets of the Elephants is taking viewers around the world, from the savannas of Africa to the urban landscapes of Asia. The series showcases the power, beauty, and wisdom of elephants, whose complex emotions and sophisticated language shapes a dynamic culture.
This communication is part of the glue that holds the whole family together.
And if they go, then our wisdom will be lost.
Secrets of the Elephants premieres April 21st on National Geographic and streaming the following day, April 22nd, Earth Day, on Disney+. And there will be a NatGeo lifestyle collection featuring Secrets of the Elephants merchandise at Disney parks and on shopdisney.com. Also in April, a new cookbook based on Chef Gordon Ramsay's NatGeo series featuring 60 recipes from around the globe. A week after Earth Day is World Wish Day on April 29th, and Disney is celebrating its more than 40-year partnership with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Disney is approaching a milestone, 150,000 wishes granted.
Up next, Kelvin Harrison Jr.'s incredible performance in Chevalier and his surprising interview attire.
Oh, what's up, George?
Plus, Brooke Shields' powerful new documentary examining disturbing details of her life.
It's a bigger story. It's about the objectification and sexualization of young women, and I was sort of at the sort of center of the maelstrom of it all.
And a frank conversation with Pope Francis. No topic off the table in a new Hulu special.
Only in theaters this April, the incredible true story of a black composer whose talent and charm propelled him to improbable heights in French society. Kelvin Harrison Jr. stars in Chevalier.
You are quite a remarkable man, Joseph. I, Marie Antoinette, Queen of France, hereby anoint you Chevalier.
In any other country, a man of your color would not be wearing such fine clothes.
One day, the whole world will know me. And of course, the music will be spectacular.
After playing B.B. King and Elvis, rising star Kelvin Harrison Jr. gives a career-defining performance as another music legend in Chevalier. Kelvin told me about the film as he was getting ready on Oscar Sunday, still in his bathrobe.
Oh, what's up, George? I mean, I think this bathrobe is pretty sexy, if I do say so myself. I played Joseph Bologna, who was one of the best fencers in Paris in 18th century France. And he was also an incredible composer and violinist and Mozart's contemporary at the time.
The film includes an ill-fated love affair and falling out with Marie Antoinette, the French Revolution, and an epic clash of classical music geniuses.
We get to see some really cool, violin duels, and I know everybody loves a good, think Hendrix and Clapton battling it out, but with nice, fancy George Washington wigs.
The show-off who spoiled Mozart's concert.
May I play with you, monsieur?
Well, I hope this won't be embarrassing for you. Who the hell is that?
That is Chevalier, only in theaters April 21st. And by the way, after his bathrobe interview, we saw Kelvin Harrison Jr. looking very stylish on the red carpet, arriving with his Elvis co-stars. And get ready for another On the Red Carpet Arrival special. On the Red Carpet at the GLAAD Media Awards will air the weekend of April 8th and 9th on this ABC station. And then you can stream the full GLAAD Media Awards ceremony later in the month on Hulu. Also on Hulu, the gripping new miniseries Saint X, based on a 2020 best-selling book of the same name. It follows a woman's quest for the truth after the mysterious death of her sister during a family vacation.
We play the parents. We're the Thomases, and we all imagine that, right? Because Michael and I are both parents. And so it's, every parent's worst nightmare.
Well, you do one of two things. You either get tighter, or you're just like, you're hurt. You're in so much hurt and so much pain that you just can't. It proves how strong your relationship is with your significant other.
I think the primary characters and actors did so well is there's so much underneath.
I play a resort worker at the resort that the Thomas family is staying at. The challenge there it is so heavy, and to live in that place was a little difficult.
The struggle is different when they don't know where she is.
Saint X premieres April 26th on Hulu. And if you like a good scare, there's the frightening new film Clock, starring Glee's Diana Agron. It will premiere at the Overlook Film Festival before coming to Hulu April 28th. Brooke Shields is getting personal in a new 2-part documentary, Pretty Baby, Brooke Shields. It's a behind-the-scenes look at the actress's rise to stardom from a young girl to a woman discovering her power.
I spent my life owing people things and doing whatever they wanted.
In Pretty Baby, the 80s icon examines her life and career, and how through a series of infamous Calvin Klein ads and movies like The Blue Lagoon, she became a sexualized model and actor while still a young girl.
It's a bigger story. It's about the objectification and sexualization of young women, and I was sort of at the sort of center of the maelstrom of it all. And so it's a very thoughtful documentary.
Directed by Lana Wilson and executive produced by George Stephanopoulos and Ali Wentworth, the documentary debuted at the Sundance Film Festival.
And finally, I asked myself, who will I be if I don't allow that anymore?
I handed over my archives to Lana Wilson and the team, and I trusted, and it's very emotional, but I feel very honored.
Pretty Baby, Brooke Shields premieres April 3rd on Hulu. And then, April 5th, an original Spanish-language special featuring Pope Francis, answering tough questions from young adults on issues like abuse in the church, reproductive rights, and more. It's called The Pope Answers, streaming exclusively on Hulu.
I'm most like my mom because I'm arrogant.
Tupac Shakur's relationship with his mom, Afeni, is at the forefront of the new docuseries, Dear Mama.
I think the number one thing is just the meaning and the purpose behind what they both were in action doing. When you keep it focused on their dynamic and their struggles, there's so much more meaning, there's so much more purpose in his journey, and especially in his mother's journey, and that's what the audience will find. That's fresh.
The documentary features never-before-seen archival footage of the hip-hop icon, as well as stories told by those who knew Tupac and Afeni best.
The conflict, the tension, the passion, the beauty, those forces that were motivating them and tormenting them at the same time, blessing them at the same time, pulling them back at the same time, is what I think the energy of the film is and what people experience in the series.
If the show's title sounds familiar, it's also the name of a song he wrote as a tribute to his mom.
There's no way I can pay you back, but the plan is to show you that I understand. You all appreciate it.
There's many revelations in that journey that I'm not going to give away right now that have nothing to do with all the stuff we've heard before about Tupac.
Dear Mama premieres on FX April 21st. Another influential figure in hip-hop history will be featured in the New York Times Presents The Legacy of Jay Dilla. The documentary about the prolific musician, producer, and visionary premieres on both FX and Hulu April 7th. And April's a big month for sports fans. Both the NHL and NBA playoffs will be getting underway, including games right here on ABC.
Ball was our life.
We'll also see some basketball Disney Plus style. The new series The Crossover debuts April 5th. It chronicles the lives of teen brothers considered basketball phenoms. The show's based on the critically acclaimed novel by Kwame Alexander.
It's about this idea of coming of age, of crossing over from young adulthood into becoming men, into becoming women, into becoming adults.
We go hard.
And for the young stars, this coming-of-age drama meant upping their basketball skills in real time.
I've always loved basketball, but I was never really the best at it. In fact, I think for the audition, I sent the tape of me playing basketball in flip-flops. So it wasn't until I got the role and I started training that I really fell in love with the sport. We had to put in some work.
Also putting in work, executive producer LeBron James.
He and his team have been a very crucial part in making sure that everything is running smoothly.
He was my favorite player. He was my favorite player on the court and off because of what he did in his community. And I found it extremely inspiring and just really indicative of the champion he is and the champion that I hope we are creating in this TV series.
Still ahead, the stars of The Ghost and Molly McGee tell us about Season 2. Plus, Jedi. Fire up your lightsaber for the new Star Wars game, Jedi Survivor. Did you know you could earn Disney Movie Insiders points every month for your Disney Plus subscription? Scan the QR code to download the Disney Movie Insiders app and link your Disney Plus account now. Disney Movie Insiders can redeem their points for gift cards, collectibles, and more.
Star Wars Celebration Europe 2023 is this April in London, featuring panels, celebrity guests, and all sorts of surprises.
A Jedi.
And there's a new Star Wars video game coming this April as well. You can use the Force and help battle the dark side in the new action-packed adventure Star Wars Jedi Survivor. It's available for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC on April 28th.
Here we go.
We're getting ready to say one last goodbye to the Owl House. In the episode titled Watching and Dreaming, we'll see a human, a cursed witch, and a determined little king hold the fate of the Boiling Isles in their hands. The series finale of the Owl House airs April 8th on Disney Channel.
There's a new family moving in!
How exciting! Can't wait to meet them!
New neighbors? No.
But there's more to these folks than meets the eye in the new season of The Ghost and Molly McGee. Ashley Birch, who voices Molly, fills us in.
Molly and Scratch have new neighbors who unluckily are sort of like a influencer family of ghost hunters. They have like a little side hustle where they film their ghost hunting exploits.
That's not good news for Scratch the Ghost, voiced by Dana Snyder, who has his own set of problems from Ghost World to contend with this season.
Well, there's the whole other side that we lost the chairman of the Ghost Council. So the ghost world is also in turmoil and needing new leadership, and what's going to happen over there, yeah, everything's happening on both sides.
I'm putting my foot down. My social circle is closed.
Season 2 of The Ghost and Molly McGee premieres April 1st on Disney Channel.
Enjoy all the great new shows and movies this April. And be sure to follow On the Red Carpet on social media for more entertainment news. We'll see you next time on the Red Carpet.
Want more entertainment news? Follow On the Red Carpet on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube.